Problem whenever you listen to the customer, their voice will be vague only. For example, if I ask you what can be done to improve your experience in the black belt training program, do you think you will be able to come to the point very quickly? Maybe you can take it up as an assignment, and then you can let us know what can be done to improve your learning experience. Lot of drilling down exercise have to be done. We need to ask the questions. When you say yes, this is a problem, then still we need to narrow it down by asking some critical questions. We will narrow it down, we will drill it down, and then finally we will somehow we should be able to identify a metric that can help us to understand your problem. Right? It could be the problem could be the number of tools that are discussed. Our problem could be the depth of tools that we have discussed. Our problem could be the speed with which we conduct the training program. It could be anything, but finally, are we able to measure it or not? That is going to finally make sense. If you are able to measure it, yes, you will also be able to improve it. That means quality can go up. If you are not even able to measure it, it is only a discussion. Nothing is going to happen. So the CTQ tree will make you any problem, any pain measurable, right? So certain things, few examples we have discussed yesterday, and this kind of dispatch, the cycle time of dispatch of your product, is failing many a times. That means the on-time deliveries are not happening, and so you have to understand. You should be able to measure your smaller Y's. Problem is bigger Y. Products are not reaching on time. But why your capital Y is a problem? Because your small Y's are not in your favor. So understand your small Y, measure each of the small Y, then only you can impact the capital Y, right?
Sir, can we call the smaller y's as x here, because we told that y is f of x, so are y1, y2, y3 x? Yeah.
Sometimes you're right. Sometimes, but actually, Six Sigma is a process improvement approach.
Can I come, sir? Can
yes,
I come?
Yes, sir, please.
Please note, there is a universal standardization there. Normally, we use first for variable x, y, z. Okay? Understood?
Yeah.
Now, x is used for input variables, that is independent variables, and y is used for dependent variables. Right?
Right.
Suppose you have three independent variables, like pressure, temperature, and the wind velocity. All the three are input factors that is affecting my speech. My speech is output factor. Now, what will I use for my speech, which is output y? I can't use y. So probably I can use some other factor and then use x, y, z, all the three as input factors. Understood? Right? Clear?
Right. I will further help you.
If there are three variables, independent variables, x, y, z, all are independent variables. So it is all in your standard for your application. But general universal, x, y, z is first, then PQR, then ABC is for parameters, which never changes.
All right, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Alok, I'll further help you. You wanted to understand whether I should name it Y or X, right? So what is your problem? Your problem is cycle time. Cycle time is Y. Why do you call it Y? Because you can't change it just like that. Y is currently 5 days. My cycle time is 5 days. It takes 5 days for my product to move from my place and to reach the customer.
Right, sir.
I can't simply go open my computer and change that days from 5 days to 3 days. It is not going to work that way. So Y is clearly a dependent variable, right? That is why it is Y.
Agreed.
And now I break down cycle time of maybe collecting the product from the stores and then packing it, and then cycle time to hand over the product to the courier fellow or the dispatch fellow, and then courier fellow will have some process. He has to take it to your customer and then hand over. Now your process completes. Now there are 3 activity comes. Each activity there is a cycle time. I am calling it as Y1, Y2, Y3. You know why? Do you think this cycle time can be fixed just like that? I will just say do it in 1 day. Do you think it will happen in 1 day?
No.
Again, it is Y only. I need to study further. I need to study further to understand what is actually causing the delay. So till even now at this stage, even after breaking down, it is still not a quick fix. It is still not an independent variable. It is still dependent variable only. Probably I will actually understand what are the elements inside each process. Right? Now
Right.
we have not identified the task. We have identified the sub processes. As long as it is a parameter of the process, or as long as it is the output of the process, it should be Y variable only.
Okay.
The
Thank
moment
you,
you
sir.
understand
Got
it
you.
is an input of the process, the moment you understand it is a parameter of the process, you can name it X.
Got you, sir. Got you. Appreciate it. Thank you.
So that's how the difference between X and Y. All right. So now we move on. So now these are only illustrative examples. Don't aim for the perfection. I just wanted to quickly pass on some knowledge here. So a customer says I expect a good customer service. I expected a good customer service, but it is not happening. So I'm not going to come to you hereafter. So these kind of complaints are coming very frequently. And so it is very important you understand why your customers are frustrated. Now you need to really understand the drivers of satisfaction. What are the drivers of satisfaction? Maybe it's a call center, something, right? And they expect your representatives to be knowledgeable. Am I correct? To be knowledgeable. Suppose if you are in a training program like this, obviously the people who conduct the various sessions should be knowledgeable. Same way, your representatives who are attending your customers should be knowledgeable. So when I say knowledgeable, still can I measure it? Or can I still make it really happen? I still need little more clarity. So again, I ask my customer, what do you mean by knowledgeable representative? My customer is now saying, whatever answer he is saying, the answer should be correct. He is not supposed to give a wrong answers. All right, you are inquiring in a bank, and then the representative on the other side gives you a wrong guidance. Can you tolerate? Definitely you can't tolerate. So expecting a good service simply means every answer should be correct. Now tell me, will I be able to measure this? If you feel like yes, this can be measured, then that means you have identified the pain metric. And similarly, representative can answer the questions on the spot. How many questions are getting answered on the spot? Take our training program. Every day there are 25 questions. Are we answering all 25 questions? Or are we answering only 10 questions and then holding 15 questions for next day? Some way we are able to measure, isn't it? The pain experienced by our customer. And then the third thing, researched information returned quickly. So 10 questions are answered on the spot, but 15 questions need some reference. How much time your executive take to refer and then come back with an answer? Do you now understand everything is measurable on the right side?
Yes, sir.
Correct.
This is how CT-GITRI works. Friendly representative. Customer might say you need to be friendly, but what do you mean by friendly? You want me to take you to a restaurant, or you want me to take you do something else? So that has to be understood. And that's why this question comes. Customer expects the representative to greet them by name. Right? Hello, Mr. Jai. Hello, Mr. Alok. Tell me, what can I do for you? So they expect these kind of conversation, not just, asking what do you want, right? So this is called friendly representatives. And short wait. Time, you keep your customer on hold. Every time we call the customer care number in a bank, all of you could have heard this statement. Your call is very important to us. Our executives are currently busy. We'll attend to you shortly. How many times they will tell this? Maybe 20 times. By the time your 20 minutes is gone, isn't it? So your call is very important to us. Our executives are currently busy and we'll attend your call shortly. Keep on telling this. Will you not get frustrated? Yes, definitely will get frustrated. So the time placed on hold plays a major role, acts as the driver of satisfaction. If it is more, satisfaction will go down. If it is less, satisfaction will go up. And if this is a serious problem going on with your bank, probably, you must attend to it. So customer transferred quickly to the person who can help him. The escalation, some issue the executive may not be able to solve. Maybe he may make him, come to him for 4 or 5 times, and then after which he escalate. Instead of that, he could have escalated the problem in the first conversation itself. So these are all the drivers of satisfaction. Now all of you understand how CTQ works, how CTQ helps.
Yes.
Any problem which is less specific can be made to be a specific one. If you make it a specific one, it becomes easy for you to measure. If you make it measurable, you have defined the problem correctly. Otherwise, you are still in the define phase. You need to understand. And not a lot of people are availing personal loan nowadays. Can you tell me whose voice it is? Is it the voice of a customer or voice of business?
Voice of customer.
No, business.
The voice of business. I have written VOC. It doesn't mean it is VOC. This is VOB. Not a lot of people are availing personal loan from my bank. Maybe I'm a bank manager, or maybe I'm the head of zone, and personal loans, business is going down. And now what you need to understand, why people are not coming. So for that you require the drivers of satisfaction. If you are availing a personal loan, tell me what will actually make you satisfied with the loan you have availed.
Low interest rate.
ROI.
Low interest rate. And then ROI.
Time required
Payoff.
for dispersal of the loan.
Time required for the dispersal of the loan. That's why now banks are started saying your loan will be approved in 20 minutes. You apply and download the approval letter in 20 minutes, right? So quick approval, and that's one driver. And then EMI should be low. People expect to pay a low EMI. Maybe that again can be drilled down into interest rate, right? Interest rate and duration. Interest rate and duration, if it is more, your EMI will be more, right? And then documentation needs to be less. How many documents you expect from me? Now banks started saying that, no, it's completely paperless and you don't have to give any proof. These are all because of these things, because of this study. And so quick approval means, how can you measure the quick approval? Loan processing time. Now it is very important you define what is loan processing time. Can somebody tell me what is loan processing time? How will you measure loan processing time?
The time required from day one, means from the application submitted to the loan disbursed.
Beautiful. The moment the application is submitted till the decision is taken and communicated, that is processing time, right? Maybe then the dispersal happens. So this is called operational definition. If operational definitions are unclear, then measurement will happen with a lot of error, right? So that's very important. Now, interest rate, the tenure, the number of documents. Now, do you think everything on the right side are measurable? More specific?
Yes, sir.
More specific, easy to measure. Adding operational definition will make your job much more perfect. And now one more example. I just need a quality footwear. Many people are saying that we need a quality footwear, or your footwear is not up to the mark. No, the quality is not great. And now again, it is voice of customer. Now, what are the drivers of satisfaction? What do you expect from a footwear? Maybe a shoe.
Comfortable.
Very good. Comfortable. If it is comfortable, my satisfaction will be high. What else?
Reliable.
Reliable. Reliable, you mean durable, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yes. Durable.
Shoe size.
Standard.
Very good. Everything is perfect. So for shoe must be light weighted, isn't it? And it should be comfortable. It should be durable, and it should be roomy enough. And it should,
Cushioning.
yes, some cushioning. I can keep on adding, right? I have few things here. Now, what is important is, will you be able to measure everything? Lightweightedness, will you be able to measure? What is that customer is talking about? The overall weight in grams. Whether your shoe is 200 gram or 100 gram or 300 gram, it matters a lot to your customer. Can you do something on that? If you really optimize, satisfaction will get optimized. Comfortable. Maybe customer is concerned about the heel height, right? What is the height? Are you giving the optimum heel height so that they feel comfortable wearing your shoe throughout the day and then use it for multiple purpose? And durable. Durable means how many kilometers I can use your shoe. The day I purchase it by paying 3,000 rupees. How many kilometers I can walk? How many kilometers I can run? Something like that is required, right? And then roomy enough. Can I move my fingers after putting my leg inside the shoe? But how do I measure the contour width and depth on the inner side? That is going to answer this question, isn't it? If the contour width and then the depth are optimized, then you can comfortably move your fingers. Still, no, the shoe can serve the purpose. And stable. Stable means whether I'm running or I'm playing or I'm just walking, I should not slip, and then I should feel stable. So maybe they are talking about the heel flatness, right? So this is how you can convert every statement into thing. Hope it is clear now how CTQ3 is helping you to make problems measurable.
Yeah.
All right. If a customer segment complains about a delay in responding to their queries, a metric that can be used to track the performance. Can you figure out the metric here? The problem, read out the statement and figure out the problem and tell me which metric can represent the problem correctly.
Response
Response
time.
time. Response time.
Yes, response time. The statement is about, no, you are taking too much time to respond. For example, you ask me a question and then I wait for 2 minutes. Then definitely, no, you will get irritated, right? So it is the response time. All of them might look relevant, but this is the one which will better represent the problem. And a customer segment complains about a longer transaction, maybe in a bank, right? A metric that can be used to track the performances.
Transaction time.
Satisfaction.
Yeah, transaction time. Right. Dash comes from within the business and dash is provided by the customer. Can you?
VOB, VOC.
Voice of business comes within the business. However, voice of customer is provided by your customer.
This was a question in the test,
Yeah. It may
which
be.
I got wrong. Yeah.
All right. Now it is said right. So to capture the voice of the customer, it is important to collect data from a large representative sample of the target customer base.
Surveys and questions.
Yeah, surveys and questionnaire. See here, you rely on samples to understand the problem, right? It is very important. You select sample or from the right population. Your sample should be a representative of the population. The characteristics of the sample should reflect the characteristics of the population, isn't it? Then only the study will help you to understand the problem correctly. Sampling is very important, and that's why you will be learning sampling techniques. And so, as Karun or someone said, yes, you can rely on surveys and questionnaire because it is designed by you, right? The tools are developed by you. Questionnaire, the right questions, and survey, you survey the right people. Maybe a sample, 100 people, 10 people, depending on your strength. But see to that, your sample size and sampling techniques ensure that the sample will truly represent the population. If that is not happening, the study is going to direct you in a wrong direction. And now comes cost of poor quality. What is this cost of poor quality? The cost or operational cost that would disappear if systems, processes, and products were perfect. Got it? Due to imperfection, you spend extra. Those are all called cost of poor quality. And now that means any failure will have a cost. So cost of poor quality is nothing but the cost associated with any form of failure. Not producing